I'm Dena. I'm an English teacher in Norfolk, and I'm super duper excited to be part of the new voices for Women Ed England. A little bit daunted as well, I'm not going to lie, but definitely excited. So today, as Paula said, I'll be talking about outward facing leadership and primarily about how that has had such a positive impact on me and the women that I've had around me in my career in education so far have inspired me to be 10% braver, and kind of pushed me on the amazing journey that I have had. So my journey has been, bear with me, sorry. Paula, sorry, there shouldn't be any sound on those slides. Can that be taken off?
It should now be gone.
Excellent, I'll try again, thank you. So my journey has been a short one. Yes. No, it's still there, Paula, sorry. Don't worry, I've managed to mute it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Nothing goes ahead without a technical issue, which I'm sure you've all experienced. So my journey, I was actually an NQT only 2 years ago, so it's been a really short journey, but it has been a jam-packed one. In my NQT year, I was really determined to make sure that I learnt as much as possible from as many people as possible. And to do that, I signed up to loads of extra CPD that I researched myself and then just went to my head of teaching and learning and had a quick chat and said, look, this is something I'm interested in. It can help me in the school in this way. Can I do it? And I was so fortunate that she was very enthusiastic, equally as interested in educational research as I was, and I got the go ahead on pretty much everything I wanted to do. I also took the opportunity to lead low stake projects in the school. What I mean by that is projects where there was no real fallout if anything went wrong. I didn't have to show any evidence or any progress, but what I could show was that I could lead projects and that I could speak to loads of different outside organisations as well as lots of students within the school and make those connections. So that was pretty much what I focused on for that first year. I then completed my master's in educational practice and research. So I started that in January of my NQT year and completed it January just gone. And then this year, my NQT +1, I was literacy lead for the pupil premium students across the school, which meant that I was obviously having to use a lot of action plans, provide evidence for interventions, measurable outcomes, etc. I was also NQT mentor and also arranged a German exchange with our school for the disadvantaged students, which again, a very busy year, but I feel like I learned a lot from it, and again, all thanks to the support from incredible leaders that I had around me. All of that has actually led to me sadly leaving my current school, and as of September I will very, very excitingly be taking the position of English Standards Leader at a completely different trust. So I do have the mentors and the people around me to thank for that. Now the impact of that outward facing leadership that I've come across is I've tried to narrow it down into some of the values of Women Ed. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my slides. I've tried to narrow it down into the values of Women Ed, and I thought that I'd be able to do it only into about 3 or 4 to keep it short, but actually I found that the outward facing leadership I'd come across covered quite a lot of them. I can't get onto that slide, so if you just ignore the slide, you can see there we go. So first of all, collaboration. All of the women that have been leaders around me have always treated me as an equal. So they valued my opinions. They've made me feel like my opinion was just as valid as theirs, and I've always felt really heard. Communication wise, they've always been honest with me, which in turn has meant that I could ask them a gazillion questions, and trust me, I have done that. Confidence, seeing them be so confident in their own actions, their own steps up into leadership, has made me realise that I can do that and there's nothing standing in my way. Connections, they've taught me that the importance of other people should never be underestimated. Everybody knows something that you don't, and making sure that you maintain and build really good connections with a variety of people will stand you in good stead for years and years. So that's been a really important thing I've learned. Change, rather than just being happy and comfortable with change, the women around me in leadership have shown me that it's good to actually seek change out. Keeping up to date with research, making sure that you don't kind of get too settled at any point, and that you're constantly wanting to change your practice and the people around you's practice as well. And then finally, the challenge. So never at any point, even in my training year when I had an outstanding mentor, she never let me just tick the boxes. She always pushed me and said, we know you can do more than that, let's do more than that. So with all of that experience, I'm going to make sure that in my future leadership, I will take on all of the things that they've taught me. And I'm hoping in my role from September that as a future leader, I will be outward facing, I'll be open-minded, I'll be honest. And the really important thing I wanted to point out as well, which I think as women, we're naturally marginalised in society. We know what that feels like. As a gay woman myself, I feel that even more some days, I think. And in light of that, as a leader, I want to make sure that I really emphasise that inclusion and that we're stronger as a team. I never want to feel like a woman who's got to the top and therefore I want to keep all of the women from getting there, so I'm the only one. I think it's really important for us to help each other, climb on each other's backs, help each other up, and all stay at the top together. And I think that's my major aim for when I am a leader. And then finally, just being ourselves. Everyone has strengths, and I think the best leaders out there are the people that play to the strengths that they have. So yeah, that's my little nuggets of wisdom, all stolen from my incredible mentors and teaching me to be 10% braver. So thank you very, very much, and enjoy the rest of the presentations today.